Can you imagine? Saturday Night Football, the world-famous Ohio State Buckeyes in the historic Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum to take on the Trojans of Southern California. Or how about a cold November big noon Saturday, the Bruins of UCLA in the Big House to take on the Michigan Wolverines. That's just a couple of the big games I have highlighted in my prediction for the 2024 Big Ten schedule. But before we get to that schedule reveal, let me tell you how I put it all together. All 16 teams are playing 9 conference games, with 2 of those conference games every year featuring at least one of the new, sexy California schools and at least one of either of the big dogs, Michigan or Ohio State. As you can see here, every team will have 3 locked opponents on their schedule every year. I've got the Big Ten split up into 2 divisions of 8, with 2 4-team blocks within each division to preserve all the long-standing traditional rivalries. And that's the only reason for divisions, scheduling purposes. At the end of the regular season, the 2 best teams, regardless of division placement, will meet in the Big Ten Conference Championship game. Now, to get a California school in either Michigan or Ohio State on everybody's schedule, we have to rearrange the 4-team blocks. So with this alignment, you'll play 2 teams from the other block within your division every year, alternating between 2 different pairings. And then you'll play all 4 teams within a block from the other division within a 2-year span, and then switch to the other block for the following 2 years. So, not only does this ensure a California school and Michigan or Ohio State on your schedule every year, it also ensures that you'll play all 15 teams in the Big Ten Conference at home and away within a 4-year time span. Did you get all that? Good. So now, let's reveal the possible 2024 Big Ten schedule, going team by team, starting with the newcomers from Cali. Of course, the biggest thing that pops out is both are actually scheduled to go on the road to take on LSU that year, with the Trojans meeting the Tigers where I live here in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. God. Lincoln Riley versus Brian Kelly, I might have to get out and go to that. The men of Troy also go on the road in conference play to take on Penn State. Man, we need Sam Darnold and Trace McSorley to make an appearance at this one. Their biggest home game, no doubt, will be against the aforementioned Buckeyes. Look out. And SC will continue their long-standing rivalry with the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. As for the Bruins, like I said, they're also going on the road to take on LSU, but they're bringing their sissy blue uniforms to Baton Rouge. They're also scheduled to go to Hawaii. Bummer. As you can see, both LA schools will only play 2 common conference opponents, making it possible to see all 14 Big Ten teams in the Los Angeles area within a 2-year span. Also, I thought about maybe UCLA keeping Cal on their schedule, or maybe USC with Stanford, but based on the precedent set by Colorado, Missouri, Nebraska, and Texas A&M when they left the Big 12 years ago, I predict that UCLA and USC will forget all about the Pac-12. But you know what? Looking at these schedules, I don't think anyone's gonna miss these guys playing Cal and Stanford every year. No disrespect, Barron Cardinal fans, or maybe a little. Moving on to the big dogs, Michigan and Ohio State. Their only common conference opponents, Michigan State and Penn State. Every year, gotta keep those rivalries intact. The Wolverines are already scheduled to play at Texas. Damn, get Vince Young and LaMar Woodley out to that one. Then let's see UCLA show up to Ann Arbor in November for a 9 a.m. their time kickoff. The Buckeyes got an interesting game at Washington, but none bigger than that possible Saturday night clash against the Trojans. Now, Michigan State and Penn State. Sparty heading out to Pasadena, only for the second time in the past 30-something years. The Nittany Lions are scheduled to make a short trip down to Morgantown. That's interesting. But the most interesting would be if Happy Valley hosted the Trojans. Oh yeah, that yellow helmet with the blue lightning bolt that looks like it's falling off, I guess, is Kent State. Of course, I gotta bring in the Golden Flashes. Staying east to Maryland and Rutgers. I guess the Terps are reacquainting with their former ACC brethren, the Virginia Cavaliers. Or could this be a possible future Big Ten Conference game? The Scarlet Knights are looking to get back at their old Big East mates, Virginia Tech. I guess they're not shelling out the Bucks fast enough, because unlike everybody else, they don't have cupcakes on their 2024 schedule yet. Congratulations on these 2 being located near DC and NYC. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. The battle for the old oaken bucket. This time being preserved by placing these 2 in a scheduling block with fellow afterthoughts Maryland and Rutgers. Again, congratulations on your location. Purdue rekindling their rivalry with Notre Dame. Could that be a conference game in the near future? Across the border, Illinois and Northwestern, both blessed to make trips out to California every single year. And it's interesting to think, with Northwestern, Rutgers, and now UCLA and USC, the Big Ten has locked up members within the 3 largest metropolitan areas in the country, New York, LA, and Chicago, and they still won't be bigger than the SEC. The battle for Paul Bunyan's axe. Preserved within the Western Division's Block A, Minnesota and Wisconsin will also both play Iowa and Nebraska every year. And how about the Alabama Crimson Tide, scheduled to head up to Madison to take on the Badgers? God damn, jump around for that. And finally, Iowa and Nebraska. With the way each team has their 2024 non-conference schedule set up, both of them ended up with 8 home games, something that isn't that uncommon in college football. And of course, these two are digging up FCS trash. Man, when is Iowa gonna play somebody? I guess only in the bowl games they swindle their way into. And hey, with Nebraska getting back at it with Colorado and Oklahoma in recent years, makes me think that USC and UCLA could reunite with some of their old Pac-12 foes. But again, I doubt it. And that's a wrap on that. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I gotta give a shout out to the Helmet Project for all these awesome helmet graphics. Check out their site for a near complete history of every college and pro team's helmets dating back to 1960. Link is in the description. Also, keep tabs on past, present, and future college and pro football schedules at fbschedules.com. I've got a link in the description for that as well. But most importantly, be sure to subscribe to this channel and click that little bell, as I plan on uploading videos like this one every single week and you don't want to miss it. My name is Dave Show. Thanks for watching and I'll see you at the next Dave Show. Later!